affected by the recent tidal waves that hit the community. Now, there has been continuous efforts to offer relief to the affected residents. Stakeholders are currently racing against time to relocate the community to prevent another disaster. Our Western Regional reporter, Eric Yawaje, has put together the following report.
Anlo Beach is one of the many coastal communities in the Shamar district of the Western region. It has a reported population of over 4,000, most of whom are settlers. The main economic activity is fishing. Like any other coastal community, a good number of the residences are located few meters away from the sea. Since 1995, the community have had to battle with tidal waves. Each year, sections of the community get eaten away by strong tidal waves. Long lines of coconut trees that used to protect the community are no more. Due to the intensity of the waves, the fishermen are not able to land at the shore. This has affected fishing activities in the community as fishermen have relocated their boats to a nearby community, Apo. Several structures along the coast have either been washed away or made inhabitable. Every inch of the community is covered with collapsed or near collapsed structure. At the last count, more than 400 structures serving as a place of abode for hundreds of residents have been lost. Only last year, a workshop, canteen of the community school, and 10 other structures were affected by the tidal waves. This year was no exception, only that the tidal waves came with such a force not experienced in a long while. 25 houses housing 155 residents were destroyed.
Kwesira anufana opuna ba fa yenyama nyina yenyama asai yenam yesika yehu bebia yerefa nti yesika so wayo miakasra obine edene yedem nusu ahona so opuno afa.
Residents had to spend days scooping seawater from their rooms.
This tiger wave, eventually it has been happening to us for a very long time. Let's say since 1995. That's my date I keep in my mind. So, as recently it started last 4 days ago, but yesterday one has been very serious and massive one that causes things. Our properties have gone. Only thankful to God that nobody died.
Last night we moved some of them to some of the classrooms. Some are staying with their families and friends. MP also promised that he's back in Accra and is going to organize some temporary tents.
Teaching and learning materials belonging to teachers and pupils, despite being locked at a secured place at the school, were destroyed by the waves. For now, it is unclear when teaching and learning will resume.
I can't go back to school.
In 2017, the Shamar District Assembly began a discussion to relocate the community. However, some residents refused, citing ancestral ties to the old community. Finally, when they agreed to move, one of the families with right to the land to host the residents went to court to block the relocation. Since then, the discussion has stalled. The site, which was cleared, is now overgrown with weeds. Residents will therefore have to live with the effect of the tidal waves each year. But the recent tidal waves that hit the community has left stakeholders thinking hard. The resolve is that the community will be relocated despite the court's injunction. District Chief Executive Ebenezer Daze and a team from NADMO on a visit to the community to assess the level of destruction insisted that the relocation will have to take place before another disaster strikes.
Looking at the way the waves have scattered the houses here, people have been displaced, rendered homeless. It's very bad, very, very bad. And we can't sit unconcerned and for this to continue to become annual ritual. We have to do something, and this time round we are moving forward with whoever has an issue with the court should settle it with the court, but we can't sit down and waste precious lives. Yesterday we should have been here to see how people were carrying their things, and so this cannot continue. I have already discussed with the regional minister, and so we are resettling them. The land that was given to them, we'll move them there. We'll meet the families who are in dispute. By Friday, we'll meet them and tell them that this is the decision the assembly has taken. We are moving them to the land.
Assembly member for the area, Samuel Bolu, indicated that the residents are ready to relocate.
The resettlement issue, I think you have started talking about this thing for many years, but now the MP and the DC has really confirmed that the new resettlement area that the community is supposed to be, there were some, call it litigation, but they say, look, whether litigation or not litigation, they will ensure that the community move to the place within the shortest possible time. Yes, the land is big enough to accommodate the entire community. It's in phases. They did a spatial planning. They've allocated the plots. The plot has been plotted very well, and then the social amenities is properly plotted, so it should be able to accommodate the entire community.
National Coordinator of NADMO, Nana Ajiman, and his team a day after the incident also visited the community where he assured residents of government's resolve to prevent another disaster.
My advice is for them to move from this place to the new site the assembly is trying to locate them to. That is all, because you cannot stay here. With climate change today, anything can happen at any time, and therefore we think they should move, and I'm happy they've all agreed to move. So together with the assembly, we are all going to support the assembly to make sure they are resettled. Our coastlines, the coast regions has about 550 kilometers, and each year they are all affected with these tidal waves, and therefore it was a continuous project. But after President Kufuor, we didn't see the continuation of the project. But when you listened to the president last time, he has tasked the finance and the Western Housing Ministry to do all preparations to make sure we continue with where President Kufuor left. So that is what we are all praying for.
For the residents, their only hope of surviving another tidal wave and its destruction is to rely on the assurance that the relocation will start immediately.
Eric Yawajay with that one. And we do remember that sometime in November 2021, also 4 communities in the Ketu South municipality were also hit by tidal waves. And as of yesterday, there was a report from NADMO indicating that residents had refused all the relief items they sent to them because they said they don't need rice and oil, but they need a permanent solution to the tidal wave. So we're calling on all stakeholders this morning that we know you're aware of the situation, and we do hope that plans will be underway to provide a permanent solution to this challenge of tidal waves that we have intermittently, especially along the coast. This is still TV3 New Day. I think I've got a few birthday dedications. Happy birthday to Papa Kweku Ejipong of Stanward School, Awudome. It's coming from your mom and dad, uncles, Auntie Efia, and your siblings. Have a very great day. Belated happy birthday to going out to Prophet Isaac Kata of Creator Blessing Church in Abeka. And it's coming from Auntie Millicent and her children, God bless you, Papa. And then, God bless you, Papa. And this one is coming from Mom and Dad to you twins, Timothy Tete Mensah Jr. and Thelma Moko Mensah. All of the Ghana National College is coming from your mom and dad. Enjoy your day. We'll be back after this. Please don't go anywhere.